Well, another Purdue University graduate is heading into space.
News 18's Cameron Harden spoke with the newly announced astronaut and joins us now with how the Purdue connection in space is even stronger now. Cameron?
Scott Tingle has been waiting his entire life to get the opportunity to fly into space. And once the flight crews were announced, he realized he'd be going up with a familiar face.
Oh, it's absolutely phenomenal, and I mean, it's a lifelong dream, something that I dreamed of, you know, as a 10-year-old boy, and have been working towards it for 40-something years.
Scott Tingle, or if you go by his call name, Maker, graduated from Purdue in 1988 with a master's in engineering.
I've always said that making the decision to go to Purdue for graduate school was probably the best decision I've made in my life.
Current Purdue professor of aeronautics and astronautics Stephen Heister has been friends with Tingle since the 80s. He's experienced firsthand just how good of a flyer Tingle is.
And he took me up in one of these acrobatic aircraft, Citabria, and we flew over the San Fernando Valley and did some maneuvers. And by the end of the hour, I was ready to be on the ground.
Tingle will start off in Expedition 54 that is set to launch around December and return in May of 2018. While at the International Space Station, Tingle will then be joined by another Purdue astronaut, Drew Feustel, when Expedition 55 arrives in March of 2018. Those two have both been to Purdue together to speak with students in the past. And just for good measure, the flight commander for that crew is former Boilermaker Gary Horlocker.
I just was out having a short drink with him the other day, just touching base. So we've been friends and colleagues for about 5-6 years now, and now that he's the lead flight director for our expedition, it's really the perfect triad. He's a great guy.
As you would expect, all three of them are great friends. In their spare time, just like all engineers love doing, they work on cars.
You know, when I take on a job that's too big, the first person I call is Feustel. It's like, Drew, how do I fix this?
With Tingle being the 23rd astronaut that has graduated from Purdue, he looks to switch the cradle of quarterbacks to the cradle of astronauts.
And the fact that I get to do it with a Purdue grad right by my side and another Purdue grad right down on mission, leading our mission control, is absolutely phenomenal.
Now, the departure date has changed a few times, but as of right now, Tingle is set to leave December 27th and return in May. Cameron Harden, News 18.